My name is Debbie Reynolds, and they call me the Data Diva. Today, I want to talk about data privacy and voice printing. So recently, TikTok changed their privacy policy to say that they were going to be collecting face prints of individuals who make videos and then also doing voice printing. So this has been a bit controversial, partially because it isn't explicitly said in their privacy policy what exactly it is that they're going to be using this data for TikTok. But voice printing is something, is a term that people need to get familiar with because it's going to be happening a lot more. What we're seeing is a lot of companies trying to do things where they're indexing videos using things like transcription or using things to describe what's happening in the video so it can be text searchable. Also doing the same with voice prints, meaning creating transcripts of someone's voice or creating ways to be able to search that information. So what we're seeing, again, apps trying to transcribe words, being able to listen to someone's voice and analyze their sentiment. So sentiment analysis in terms of how people talk. I'm also seeing brands using it for brand mentions. So for example, let's say take all podcasts that got released within a certain time period. Brands may want to search across the corpus of data and to see if their brands are mentioned within these podcasts and to see whether the mention is positive or negative. So there are media companies right now that have these technologies that they're selling to brands so that they can actually see what this is. And then also voice printing can be used for voice identification and analysis. So it's not far-fetched that somehow these voices may be used, for authentication into different types of systems. Or on the flip side, people don't want to see voice prints being used for things like maybe like a deep fake. So taking someone's voice in some way and trying to make it seem like someone said something that they didn't say. So I think, this trend, well, a couple of things are interesting about this TikTok privacy policy. First of all, it's interesting that they added this about voice printing. It's very interesting that they didn't detail the purpose of what they were capturing this for. And I think that may be a trend going forward as especially all these new technologies are being developed and companies want to be able to have the widest range of utility of data that they get from customers in the future. So I'm hoping to see more information from TikTok about what they're using this for, but I'm also seeing all these other ways that companies and brands are trying to use voice and voice to text or try to use intonation and things like sentiment analysis to evaluate people's voices. That's it. Thank you.